Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a little bit of a different video. I am here at my craft table, standing up, with this bucket and a bunch of scraps. So I'm going to be following a process video by Shanouki Art. I believe that's how you say her name. She did a video where she colorized a bunch of scraps in a bucket with various mediums, paint, sprays, black splatters, and etc. And then she used those scraps in a collage fashion, and then she cut out hearts out of them and made these sewn hearts that are just absolutely adorable. So what I'm doing here today is I'm going to show you my process. I've never done this before, so this is again raw footage. I did speed up the video and remove the original audio just because this is the first part of the video. In the second half after this, we're going to be doing the actual collaging of the papers and then cut the hearts out and make the little embellishments. So I didn't want the video to be too long, so I shrunk it up for you. So I'm just applying a variety of mediums using my Dina Wakley acrylic sprays, some Liquitex acrylic inks, as well as dilution sprays. And I was trying to start off with colors that were a little bit more mellow, like yellows and pinks, but it was not vibrant enough for me, and it was not grungy enough for me. So I did go ahead and just started grabbing things kind of willy-nilly, and I have them drying to the left of me right now as I'm doing the voiceover, and they turned out incredible, but some of them are very grungy. So I was originally intending to use these in my new Daisy Dreams journal, but I think they're going to probably be too vibrant because this journal is going to be a mellower, softer kind of look. So but we will definitely be able to use them in something else, I assure you. But what she did is just phenomenal, and she actually does this technique where she sews around whatever her project, whether it's an index card or the hearts, and then she bunches up the thread and then sews over it, and it's got this really messy look, which I adore. So I've followed her tutorials on index cards before, and I love them. So here I'm just going to continue. I'm going to let you watch the process. I'm just going back and forth between the colors, and you will see that I pause a little bit and I show you a piece that is kind of an aha. So I'm just going to I'm going to set this to music and let you guys watch for a little bit. And mixing it up, kind of like, when we were kids, and I don't know if you guys did this, but the gal I was watching, she was talking about how, when you were children and you would go out in the neighborhood and you'd mix leaves and water and stuff. I don't remember exactly what she said, but and you'd make this like soup. Well, we did that too, and we called it mulligan stew, and we actually got a boy in our neighborhood to eat it because it was kind of a prerequisite for him playing with the girls. So I remember that vividly in my neighborhood. So I just thought that was funny that she brought that up in her video too. I wonder if a lot of people did that and nobody really talks about it. But yeah, just continuing on here. I just had to mention that as I was kind of tossing that like a tossed salad. Like we used to mix the soup. We put dirt in ours, water, mint leaves, dandelions, all kinds of stuff in our mulligan stew. It was fantastic. Of course, the girls didn't try it. We just had the boys try it. And then isn't that beautiful? And then I actually came in after and splattered them with some gold paint, which I think is going to be epic. So, and then coming in also, that was still the Dina Wakley white acrylic spray, but I do come in with white acrylic ink because I got kind of frustrated with dealing with that acrylic spray. So, and that's the Indian yellow from Daler and Rowney. I do remember that, but it was super vibrant. So I wanted to kind of mute it out. So I was looking for other colors that I could kind of do that with there. That's where I was bringing in the acrylic ink. And I believe that's titanium white. The splatters give it a really kind of a magical feel, I think. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know why I haven't tried this before. It's epic. Great way to use your scraps. I don't know if I had too many scraps in here or if my bucket was too, maybe too small at the base that I couldn't really get a lot in there with them without them sticking together. But again, I've never tried it before. This is the fuchsia from Dina Wakley, and it is also plugged. And as you can see there, I took the nozzle off and spilled it. But all is well, I assure you. Another beautiful piece. There's where it was sticking. That was a vintage book page that stuck to it. But when we collage these down, we'll just use the side of the scrap that is better or more pleasing or more in line with what we're trying to create. So, I mean, many of these scraps would go in the trash, so it's no there's no harm here at all. And this is the Dina Wakley acrylic paint in cheddar, and I believe it was also plugged, although it did allow me to sprinkle it a little bit or splatter it with the nozzle. Just going back and forth with all of those colors. I'm just going to let you watch for a little bit. I believe that was the Liquitex Carbon Black. It's kind of hard to remember. I did, as you can see, I did tend to go a little bit dark and grungy, which is, I think I have a grungy heart or a vintage heart or something, because I'm really attracted to that look in an end product. I do like color in it though. I don't like a lot of neutral colors. Like in that regard, I don't like a grungy neutral look. I like a grungy, fun, colorful kind of look. So we're just about to the end of this process. When I come back, we will collage them out on a base, and then we will cut our hearts out. So I will see you here in a little bit. So continuing on, I've pulled all of my papers. They're all dried completely, and I have brought over just a handful of, this isn't even all of them, I don't think. And I'm going to go ahead and start tearing them and adhering them to a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. It's not a really heavy scrapbook paper, just a thin one. But look at some of these colors that this created. This tossing this paint and paper around, just epic, beautiful stuff. So I'm kind of sorting there to decide which pieces I want to use on this particular board. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch as I do this. So we're going to be selecting them and then tearing them down into strips and then gluing them on with a glue stick. So just finishing up with the collaging here. I did speed that up quite a bit. It was really, really long. So I hope you guys don't mind. Please feel free to leave me feedback if you don't like when I do that. I just don't want I don't want people to go to sleep. I want people to get the gist of what I'm doing without, you know, falling asleep. So you can let me know what you think though. So just going to finish up the collaging here, and then we're going to go ahead and cut our hearts out. And basically is all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this 12 by 12 piece of paper over, and I'm going to use my largest heart die cut, and I'm going to just pencil in the shape, and then we're going to cut them out. And then off camera I do end up stitching them off camera again, and then I'm going to come back to you with the final segment. So I'm going to let you go ahead and listen to music as we continue. And here is just a close-up of each of those hearts. I believe we got 8 large hearts out of that piece of scrapbook paper. I did, because I don't know if you guys noticed, I turned my die upside down on the back of that paper as a template, and that ended up putting any script that was on those parts upside down. but I don't mind that. So junk journaling and this, or journaling in this way, is just supposed to be fun. I don't worry about direction and all of that. So we're going to continue on here with the next segment, where off camera I did go ahead and stitch around all the hearts, and I pulled a sentiment out for each piece, as well as a piece of that sari silk that we did on camera. That I don't know if you guys saw that video where I was doing ruffles, fabric ruffles and such, and I tried to sew some sari silk strips and my sewing machine chewed it up. So I am using bits of that here in this project, and as you'll be able to see here in a moment. I was just showing you there, I got a brand new DIY empty ink pad for my vintage photo archival ink because my other one was getting pretty nasty. So I've got a new one, and it is super dark, really well re-inked. So I'm just inking around these bits. I don't think I inked around all of them. That might be part of why I'm feeling like they were a little bit undone as I was looking at them. It's after work on a Wednesday night, so I'm a little bit rummy, and probably should not be doing a voiceover right now, but need to get this off of my desk. So again, I'm going to be decorating each of these with a sentiment, and I'm going to be using them probably as a pocket. If I end up using them as anything else, like a journaling card, I would probably put some coffee dyed paper on the back so that all that random stitching doesn't show. So, and this is the sari silk I was talking about. And then I did select a couple buttons for each of the hearts. So we've got 8 hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you watch the video here. Enjoy. So just finishing up with the last heart or two, and then we will be all done. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I will be sure to link, and I apologize, I need to write it down so I can at least look at it to know how to pronounce it. Shanouki Art. But I will be sure to link her in the video description below, as well as over on my blog. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.